I don't think most humans want the connection to another person that they claim that they want. I think a lot of humans genuinely want a fairy tale kind of experience, a Disney, dripped sort of experience when we're talking about things like love. It would be irresponsible of the universe to allow humans to experience and understand deep interdimensional love, interdimensional connection on a soul level. It would be irresponsible of the universe to allow the average human to experience that because they would self-destruct. They would abuse other people, and most of all, they would abuse themselves. Having a deep connection with another person is nothing to play with. Having a soul divine connection that defies the laws of this world, that defies the laws of this planet and this simulation, is nothing to play with. And I think humans experience this on like a tiny scale, but on a large scale, most humans could not handle it because that kind of connection, it would be too much. Having a soul connection with another person has a shadow side. And that's why a lot of people, I believe a lot of people want Disney Channel, fairy tale, patriarchy, delusions of what an expression of love and deep connection is. It sounds amazing to be connected to another person on a soul level, for y'all's energy to be so intertwined that you can call them telepathically. But it's also heavy. There's a shadow side to that. And I think a lot of people think about that and they only feel, oh, I'm in love and I get to have all of these wonderful experiences. There is a shadow side to everything. The shadow side to that kind of connection is when things are bad, it's bad. As an empathetic person, right, I can meet strangers and feel what they're feeling. Years ago, I wanted to make some extra money, so I started working at Target. And this was actually the year my brother died, but it was the beginning of the year. And I was working like a part-time job at the Target up the street. It was like fun. My coworkers was fun. We used, and just making extra money. And one night I was working, it was along, around Black Friday time when they just hire extra people for the holidays. And this lady, this white lady had came through my line, which she looked like she was probably about my mom's age. So she wasn't really saying anything, but I could feel a heavy energy on her. And so I, kind of stopped what I was doing. I was like a cashier. So I kind of stopped what I was doing and I was like, are you okay? And she started crying because it was the anniversary of the day that her son had died the prior year. And I held up my line in Target crying with this lady. It was a quick exchange, but she was so appreciative of that moment because they were also either they were on their way or they were coming back from like his vigil or what like the memorial type of thing people have annually. So as a person I can feel what people are feeling, strangers that I don't even know. Imagine a connection that I have with another human. Imagine how much I feel, especially when we exchange energy, when we, sexual energy is a very, very strong energy, which is why, although I believe in the freedoms of everyone, do what you want, live life how you want, you should still always be careful about who you engage with. Because there is no dinginess like spiritual and energetic dinginess. And you intertwine yourself. But the same way I can feel a lot, I can also feel nothing. So getting back to the point, having a deep connection with someone that defies the laws of this world means their very presence, them texting me, is an energetic drain if they're having a hard time. This is why I have always, even when I did not have the understanding, this is something I had the realization about last night. Okay, this is very new to me. So before I understood, I always was very protective of my energy since I was a little girl. And I never really knew why. I had strict boundaries. I never had a problem enforcing them. But now I understand why. Because imagine if I can feel the energy of a stranger, how much I can feel the energy of somebody that I've engaged with for years, right? That's the shadow side of it. When they're going through things and if they're experiencing something, I feel all of that. I even feel their, not their future, but I feel like what they're going to experience if they don't nip things in the bud. And sometimes it's a difficult space to navigate because a lot of times people don't want to hear about, certain things and certain hangups. And that's typically the things that keep us in a negative space. But I said all of that to say most humans cannot handle that kind of connection, because you have to be strong, mentally strong, emotionally strong. Emotional intellect is an absolute must, or you will self-destruct. You will destroy yourself and everybody around you because you can't handle it. And this happens on a small scale to a lot of humans. So before you call on a certain energy or you try to keep a certain energy, know what it is and know what the shadow side of that is.